the Temple of Apollo, Delphi, Greece. Located on the slopes of Mount Parnassus, this site was a religious center throughout the entire timeline of the Greek Empire. When Homer wrote the Iliad in the 8th century BC, when Socrates established Western philosophy in the 5th century BC, and when Alexander the Great conquered Egypt in the 4th century BC. Delphi was the place where people went to communicate directly with the gods.
Delphi is this extraordinarily powerful place. I mean, you can feel it when you go there today. Delphi became hugely important throughout classical antiquity. Everybody, especially the ruling elite, would go and they would pose a question. Nobody would go to war. Nobody would even start a trade excursion. Nobody would do anything without going and consulting the oracle. And the oracle would channel basically an answer then from the gods.
The oracle was a high priestess known as the Pythia, who held court at the Temple of Apollo, which lies mostly in ruins today. According to ancient texts, those seeking counsel from the gods were put in a meditative state before entering the innermost sanctuary of the temple, where they would offer gifts and present their questions to the oracle.
The way the oracle at Delphi functioned was the Pythia, the priestess, sat over a crevice which was within the Temple of Apollo, and she would inhale whatever fumes were coming up from the crevice, and she would then get an answer from Apollo, a divine answer from above.
There was a crack in the stone there, and there was a kind of vapor, a gas that was coming, which put her into an altered state. Although we do not know what the altered state was like, maybe she was tapping into something.
Current research on the Pythia at Delphi is asking the question, was there perhaps some kind of psychedelic connection there?
According to ancient astronaut theorists, the notion that chemically altering the mind might facilitate a connection with otherworldly beings is supported by experiments with a powerful hallucinogen called dimethyltryptamine, or DMT. Between 1990 and 1995, scientists at the University of New Mexico administered DMT to 60 volunteers and were surprised to find that many of them had very similar visions, including encounters with strange beings who reportedly said, "Now we can communicate with you."
Recent research suggests that hallucinogenic experiences actually open portals of communication with other worldly beings. And perhaps this is what was going on back at Delphi as well.
In the Greek mythological tradition, Zeus not only chose the exact location where the Pythia would receive messages from the gods, he also placed a mysterious object at the oracle called the omphalos. Just what the omphalos was remains a mystery, since it reportedly disappeared in 395 AD. But a Roman replica of the stone has been preserved at the Museum of Delphi, supporting the notion that it truly existed.
It's a fascinating stone. It's very beautiful. And it appears to be covered in a type of crisscross pattern. It's possible that the omphalos stone was some type of communication device between the people on the ground and the people in the sky.
The ancient Greeks built their famous temple at Delphi around this omphalos stone, and it was the power center of the world. And this omphalos stone was also supposed to be a vehicle for communicating with the gods. So you have to wonder, was it really some special stone that could help people communicate with extraterrestrials?